So, good morning, delegates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor that I welcome you today to the second annual Youth Leadership Society of BC Mall United Nations Conference. My name is Ashby Roshan, and I have the pleasure today of serving as the Secretary General of this conference. Over the past few months, the Secretariat team and I have been working towards providing you with the conference with utmost excellence. I would like to use this opportunity to provide acknowledgement to this very committee. Sadhri Kumar served as the USG of school registration. Sadhri worked effectively to contact various schools across the Lower Mainland and advise them of our conference. Ananya Govindarajapuram served as one of the USG of Delegate Affairs. She was pivotal in securing sponsorship for our team so that our team could offer a reduced financial fee to all delegates. Vidanshi Bala served as the USG of Delegate Affairs and worked effectively to create the website, process delegate registration, and communicate with delegates through our online platforms. Dania Shaid served as the Director General and was pivotal in the design of the website, the marketing strategy of this conference, and hiring our staff team. Brandon Wu is serving as our Director. He authored today's debate background guide and will facilitate debate alongside Jiro Laut, the conference chair for today. So please join me in acknowledging the efforts of these individuals. But today, we're here working towards one mission. Here we have come together representing various nations to find solutions to some of the world's most complex issues through constructive debate and idea exchange. Many of you today are representing a nation with a distinct agenda. And perhaps this is something you agree with or disagree with. But nevertheless, I am confident that you'll be able to persist with the values of your nation and best represent your country through compromise. In this world today, where billions of people face healthcare inequality, poverty, food insecurity, and discrimination, to just name a few, we are in more need than ever of young students working as a collective to solve these issues. In offering a platform for delegates to come together and communicate about these issues, Mall UN is only a catalyst for change. The real step towards making a difference comes from within you, your leadership, your diplomacy, and invested interest in the well-being of others. So today, delegates, I challenge you to move out of your comfort zone and rise to the occasion of leading this world from crisis. Remember that your work in commission is beneficial to you as an individual and to also the world as a whole. And as leaders of the future, we have the ability to change the world. Once again, I would like to welcome you to the second installment of WILA's BC Month, and it's with great pleasure that I call this year's conference into session. Thank you. Now, please welcome to the podium, Mr. MP Ron McKinnon.
Well, thanks to everyone for the invitation to be here. I'm very happy to do so. I'd like to congratulate you all for your participation in the Youth Leadership Society of BC Model United Nations Conference. I had to write that down. Well, I have to write most of this down, but that's a very long thing, but it's a very important thing to be doing. So I'm deeply encouraged to see you all here. In my own case, I didn't get involved in politics in any way until quite late in life, as there was always something else to do, and I was content with letting other people look after things. But there came a point in my life when I decided, I have to be at the table. I have to be at the table so that my viewpoint could be expressed and so that I could be part of the solution. I had to be at the table so I could see it done. So I got involved, and once having done so, I kicked myself for waiting so long, because once you're involved, whether at the local level, the municipal level, the provincial level, the federal level, you get to be part of the conversation. and you get to be part of the solution. You don't always get your way, but you do always get your say. And I think that's very important to realize that in a democracy, we don't always win. And sometimes we have to fight those battles again and again and again. But you can keep going, and you know, it's important to have your say, to have your voice, and express it. So good on you all today. You're way ahead of me by stepping in and stepping up to initiatives such as this to be involved and to be part of that conversation from my perspective, an early age. If I was as smart as you guys when I was your age, I would be, who knows where I'd be. I might be an MP, but so as we know, Canada was a founding member of the United Nations, and in fact, another Canadian, Lester Pearson, later to become the Right Honourable Lester Pearson, won a Nobel Prize in 1957 for organizing United Nations forces to address the situation in the Suez area. And that, of course, was the genesis of the United Nations peacekeeping, the vaunted, you know, the famous Blue Berets. So that's really, Canada has a lot to do with that. And Canada had a lot to do with writing the United Nations Declaration on Human Rights, which is a seminal signal achievement in the world, I believe. Although there continue to be times of global uncertainty, the United Nations remains critically important in the world. It's an important institution to which Canada can and does play a vital role, right from the beginning and through to this day. We continue both directly and through the UN to pursue humanitarian initiatives, to seek the advancement of peace and good order, and to protect and promote human rights for everyone around the world. So UN simulation of this kind reinforces that important international commitments and goals have roots at the local level. It's said that all politics is local. And even though when we think of international diplomacy, not necessarily as politics, it's all politics. It's all about, you know, getting people on board with the things you want to do, to persuade people, to make change in the world. So it all starts at the local level and begins with today's young leaders, such as yourself. So the active debate and problem solving that you will do today, as I understand, will give you all opportunities to discuss important issues. As young people and young leaders, this is a forum where you can experience talking with your peers about issues that not only relate to your community, but communities around the world. It's an opportunity to engage with fellow young people and discuss important matters that will shape our collective future, such as the role that women play in shaping communities here in Canada and around the world. And if you could fix the UN Security Council, that would be a big help, actually. I encourage you to embrace this opportunity to share your ideas and express your views. It is your personal experiences and stories that are going to motivate change. It is your courage and determination that will provide a voice for the future. As Canadians, we have always understood that better communities, a better nation, and a better world is possible. But we need to continue to work hard, engage with others, and creatively collaborate to create positive changes for ourselves and the world. And what you're doing here today is going to be part of that whole process. Progress and change cannot happen without the voices of young, engaged Canadians that bring innovation and hope for the future. It is often said that youth are the leaders of tomorrow. I would say, rather, that as the leadership you are exhibiting by being here today by participating in this Model UN clearly demonstrates that you are the leaders of today. Thank you.